Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and I want to talk about two of my favorite nutritional concepts. One is fasting, and one is the ketogenic diet. So I'm getting a lot of questions, a lot of emails, a lot of messages about where do you start? How do you go about doing a ketogenic diet? How do you go about fasting? So I want to give you some basic principles. Let's start with fasting. There are 5 different types of fasting, okay? The first one, if you've never fasted before, I really recommend that you start with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you go 13 to 15 hours without food. So it's probably the most simple to do. You can do your morning coffee if you would like, that's fine. But you basically stop eating at like 8 o'clock at night, and then you won't eat again the next morning until 11 o'clock. So that's intermittent fasting, and you do it every day. So that's your first level. Second level, once you've figured out intermittent fasting, I encourage you to do a 24-hour fast where you actually go dinner to dinner. So you would eat dinner on Monday night, and then all of a sudden, next morning you wake up, you won't eat all day until dinner the next night. So that can be a little harder. That's the whole purpose of fasting, is that you want to push yourself to that edge where you're a little uncomfortable so your body adapts. Once you've got dinner to dinner fasting down, then I encourage people to move into fast mimicking. And this is where you're eating 1 meal a day, but you're limiting your calories in that meal. So you limit it under 800 calories. It's based off of the work of Walter Longo. It's called fast mimicking. You can look it up. When you're in that semi-starvation state, your body will dramatically repair itself. So that would be the third level. And then the fourth level is water fasting, where you go a significant period of time without food, and all you're doing is water. We recommend 4 to 5 days. You definitely want to be coached through that if you're going to do a water fast, and the healing is profound. So if you're interested in doing a water fast, just put water fast in the section, in the comments. I'll make sure you get some good information on it, okay? Then there's something called dry fasting, which is no food, no water. I highly encourage that only expert fasters try that, but again, the results can be amazing. I did an article on it. If you want some information on dry fasting, either go to my YouTube channel or go to my Facebook or to my website. I have some great information there. But those are the levels. So it goes intermittent, it goes dinner to dinner, it goes fast mimicking, it goes water fast, and then it goes dry fast. And the fun thing is that you can play with a lot of those. So once a month in my resetter group, what we do is we have people train their fasting muscles. We have them try it all. I have some of my resetters do a water fast one day, they do intermittent the next, they do fast mimicking the next, just to play with it and see how their body responds to it. You're born in a miracle. Your body is a miracle. It knows how to heal. And when you go through these fasting periods, when you take food out of the equation, the body has such an opportunity to heal, which is why you see so many people hopping on the fasting wagon. So if you're interested, just put resetter and I'll invite you over and I'll show you, in my group what we're doing. You can go through this process with us next week. If you're in my resetter group, just put in the comment section which fast you're gonna do. What are you gonna try next week? Intermittent, dinner, which one are you going after? Now, where does fasting fit into the ketogenic diet? So with the ketogenic diet, it's all about lowering blood sugar so that your body spits out ketones. Well, that happens in fasting too. So I really love this idea of let's practice fasting. Let's get that exercise, that muscle around fasting first. And then once you're getting some experience there, let's look at how do we lower your carbs? How do we get you off of breads and pastas? How do we keep your protein kind of at a moderate pace? And then we can work on upping your fat. Like, how do we get some better fat into you? So those two concepts, what I'm finding, just transform people's health. But you really want to step it. And I encourage you to start with fasting, and then you can move into the ketogenic. And I'm gonna teach all of this inside my resetter group. So just put resetter in there. I'll invite you in. If you have any questions, because I'm getting a ton of questions about ketogenic in women. I'm getting questions about ketogenic in kids. Any of those things, just put them in the comment section and I'll make sure I answer them for you. join me in my Resetter group. We're empowering people in there and helping people take these 2 key principles and transform their life. Because I've never seen it. I've been studying nutrition for over 30 years, and I have never seen something work as effectively as these 2 things. So I'd love to help. Reach out if you have any questions, but take those 4 fasts, start with that, play with those, and then let me know how you do, and I'll see you in my Resetter group. Have an awesome day.